All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this video. Welcome to this lesson. Today, I'm going to be talking about something very interesting. I'm going to be talking about something that is very, very close to my heart, something that is very, very rooted in my own experiences, and something that I wholeheartedly believe anybody and everybody will go through if you're facing a challenge, right? If you're facing, uh, some level of difficulty, if you're facing if you're encountering an obstacle, right, which we are doing, right? All of you are preparing for an exam. All of you are preparing either for a management exam right now, or you're preparing for interviews, or you're preparing for group discussions. Essentially, you're preparing for the rest of your life, right? And uh, a part of our journey is a lot of obstacles that we're going to be facing. Yeah, a part of our journey will be about overcoming doubts, will be about overcoming not just internal doubts but external doubts as well. For example, if we're not performing as well, our parents will start doubting us, our teachers will start doubting us, our friends will start doubting our abilities, right? And we don't want that, right? But apart from these external doubts which all of us have been encountering, understand that this is India. These are external challenges that we've been encountering from our childhood. But a part of this journey is also about developing some limiting beliefs, some beliefs that actually pull us down, right? These limiting beliefs are like shackles that bind us, that don't really let us be free. Yeah, and these are the shackles that I want us to break right now throughout this class, throughout this very short video that I'm preparing for you right now, right? Um, so this is something that we call the four stages of competence, right? This is something that it's not something that I've created. It's just something that has been researched in the world of psychology and been created. And since I come from the world of theater, since I come from the world of theater and storytelling, I'll give you an example, right? For example, somebody is a Shah Rukh Khan or a Salman Khan fan. They've been that fan since their childhood, right? They've grown up watching films of Shah Rukh Khan or Salman Khan or anybody for that matter, any famous actor, Amitabh Bachchan for that matter, and they've been acting out their favorite scenes since childhood. They've been copying Shah Rukh or Salman or Amir or Amitabh ji. Right? They've been doing that since their childhood, and they're good at it. Right? They've got good at mimicry. They've got good at acting out scenes from their favorite films. Right? And they've won laurels. Right? They've won a lot of appreciation. People have applauded for them. Right? They've earned a lot of applause. And so you put them on stage anywhere and you ask us to do that. You ask them to act out one of their favorite scenes. They'll do it very freely, because since childhood they've done it so many times that it's something that they don't have any inhibitions for. They don't have any inhibitions against this, right? They can act out their favorite scenes any day, right? This is because they're unconscious of their incompetence. They don't really know, they've not studied the craft. They've been doing something over and over because they love Shah Rukh, Salman or Amir or Amitabh ji, and they've been doing it, right? So they're unconscious about what it takes to actually create new characters. They don't know how to act out, say, an astronaut, because they don't know how to create characters. What they've done is, over the years, they've done mimicry. They've done a lot of mimicry, right? So if you put them in a theater group, right, you put them into a film school, and once they start learning the craft of acting, once they start learning, say, somebody like Stanislavski's work, right, once they start learning what it takes to actually build a character, that is where they'll become conscious of their incompetence, because they'll see all theater professionals around them, they'll see all people who are in that film school around them, and they'll identify what it actually takes to be able to build these characters. This is where they become conscious about what they don't know, right? And a lot of us face this, right? Some of us were from school, just from our school, from our board exams, from our college days, we thought we're good at English, yeah, or we good at math. But once we started studying for, say, a CAT exam, or say a ZAT exam, that is where we realized that, what, sure, we're good at English or we're good at math, but that is not what this test is about. They're not testing us simply on math, or they're not testing us simply on our English. They're testing us on something very, very different. They're testing our perseverance. They're testing our ability to reason a lot of stuff, right? That is where you got conscious of the journey that you'll have to undertake, right? And what happens is, whenever we become conscious of our incompetence in anything in life, our confidence starts to break a little, because now we are aware of what we don't know, right? When we are unconscious of our incompetence, we don't know about what we don't know. But here, now all of a sudden we know about what we don't know, and when we get that knowledge, when we get that awareness, that is where our confidence breaks a little bit. और ये हर चीज के साथ होता है जिंदगी में. आप लोग कुछ भी उठा के देख लो अपनी जिंदगी में, ये हर चीज के साथ आपके साथ हुआ होगा. थोड़ा सा कॉन्फिडेंस ब्रेक होता है, और यहाँ पे हमें क्या चाहिए होती है? यहाँ पे हमें चाहिए होती है डिजायर, right? Because now we are conscious of what we don't know, we are conscious about our incompetence. What will carry us forward is our desire. If we don't have enough desire, we'll leave it, right? हमने जिंदगी में कितनी सारी चीजें छोड़ी हैं, right? We decide to leave things. Why do we decide to leave things, right? Why do we decide to shift our course? Because the desire is not as much, right? And once you have desire, that is where you hold on to something, right? That is where you decide that, you know what, I'm going to get better at this. You know what, I'm going to spend the next few days, the next few weeks, the next few months developing this skill. Why? Because you want it badly. And when the desire is there, when the desire is actually there, then you start attaining knowledge. So this curve is all about knowledge. This curve is all about learning. This curve is all about attaining knowledge, not just knowledge, but attaining knowledge, right? Because that is what will take you forward to a stage that I call conscious competence. To a stage that I call conscious competence, because here you know that you know stuff. Here you've given 2 mocks and you know that you've been scoring well in those mocks. So you know your confidence about your level of preparedness. You're confident about it, राइट? एंड यहाँ से लेकर आपको ये जर्नी भी कवर करनी है अगर आपका मन हो तो, विच इज द जर्नी ऑफ अनकॉन्शियस कॉम्पिटेंस. फॉर दोज ऑफ यू who've been driving for a while, and but what do I mean by for a while? Say for 5 years. For those of you who've been driving for say 3 to 5 years, राइट? 3 से 5 साल से, 3 से लेके 5 साल से अगर आप सीख नहीं रहे हो, आपने उससे पहले सीखा था और आप चला रहे हो गाड़ी को, 3 साल हो गए, 4 साल हो गए, 5 साल हो गए, और आप गाड़ी चला रहे हो ऑन अ डेली बेसिस, you are at that stage of driving. Now we pick you up and put you in any car in anywhere in the world. 1-2 मिनट लगेंगे, थोड़ा सा डिस्कम्फर्ट होगा, बट उसके बाद you will be able to drive the car. Why? Because now you have that much practice. For example, a very hypothetical scenario, say you're born in a desert. ठीक है, आप एक रेगिस्तान में पैदा हुए हो, आपको नहीं पता कि यार एक स्विमिंग नामक चीज भी होती है. आप रेगिस्तान में पैदा हुए हो, आप डेजर्ट में पैदा हुए हो, यू डोंट नो दैट देयर इज सच अ थिंग कॉल्ड स्विमिंग. यू शिफ्ट फ्रॉम दैट प्लेस टू से अ मेट्रो सिटी. You come to a metro city, around you are people who have membership of swimming pools, right? For the very first time, you know what you finally know what a swimming pool is, right? So pehle registan mein, when you were in that shell, that shell of a life, you did not know what swimming pool was, so you were unconscious about your incompetence in the activity of swimming. Then you come to a metro city, you become conscious. फिर थोड़ा सा डाउट आएगा आपको, यार स्विमिंग यार मेरे शहर में तो होती भी नहीं है, लोगों को पता नहीं है, मेरे को सीखने की ज़रूरत है क्या? बट देन यू रियलाइज, आपकी डिज़ायर है कि नहीं यार मेरे को एक दिन गोवा जाना है. गोवा में मेरे को बीच पे जाना है, और थोड़ी बहुत स्विमिंग तो आनी चाहिए ना, वरना मैं अगर एक लहर आई और मेरे को ले गई तो मैं क्या करूँगा? अगर मेरे को गोवा जाना है, मेरे को स्विमिंग आनी चाहिए, राइट? सो योर डिज़ायर इज़ मोर. यू take membership of a swimming pool, you start taking swimming classes, you learn swimming for 2 months or say 3 months. So you reach a stage where you're conscious about your competence in swimming, right? Here, if we ask you to swim in any given swimming pool in the world, you'll be able to do it, right? But then you decide, यार मेरे को swimming बहुत ही ज़्यादा पसंद आ रही है, तो मैं 2 साल तक ना swimming करता हूँ. Perhaps I'll become a professional swimmer. Perhaps I'll go to the Olympics, right? This is where you decide that you want to keep on swimming, right? So you'll finally reach a stage after, say, 2 years of practice, 3 years of practice, a stage that we call unconscious competence. Now it's a part of your system. Now it's a part of your muscle memory. right? It's really a part of your muscle memory, and that is what happens when we talk about acting or theater as well, right? People, they once they realize how where the glass ceiling is, a lot of us give up, a lot of us decide to change our course. But if you have the desire, if you want to develop yourself as an actor, right, you research about your characters, you research. When I say this is the knowledge curve, for example, if I want you to act like an astronaut, you'll research about what astronauts do on a daily basis. सुबह से रात तक वो क्या क्या करते हैं, right? And finally, after say a week, a month, you'll reach a stage where you'll be conscious about the nuances, the behaviors of your character. तो अगर आपको किसी सीन में डालेंगे ना, अगर आप उस सीन की प्रैक्टिस करोगे, आप एक एस्ट्रोनॉट की तरह एक्टिंग कर पाओगे. बट इधर आप थोड़े कॉन्शियसली करोगे. यू विल पिन पॉइंट बिहेवियर्स दैट यू हैव टू इन एक्ट आउट व्हेन इट कम्स टू एन एस्ट्रोनॉट. But if you do it again and again and again and again and again, say for 6 months, after 6 months, if anybody asks you to act out like an astronaut, you will be able to do it like this because it is a part of your system, right? You are living the life of an astronaut when it is a part of your system, right? लोगों को, इरफान को, नवाज को अगर बोला जाता है ना, they are such great actors because they reach a stage in their acting journey with every character where it is a part of their system, where it is a part of their body. They become very natural at it. That is why they're called great actors, and that is how you become great at anything and everything in life. Same thing goes with interviews, guys. So when we are at an unconscious incompetent stage, this is where we don't know what we are good at or what we are not good at. You are not aware of your incompetence when you are at this stage, right? So when you start learning about yourself, जब आपसे पहली बार किसी ने पूछा होगा ना, tell me about yourself, तब आपको लगा होगा यार मैं इसमें क्या बोलूं, because you don't know what you've got to talk about. You don't know yourself all that well. And this is where we must do something that we call the SWOT analysis. Figure out what your strengths are, figure out what your weaknesses are, figure out your opportunities, your threats. Do a SWOT analysis about yourself, about your own skills, because this is one of the most challenging stages, right? Because you have to travel the path of awareness. This path is of awareness. This is about awareness, and this is about attaining knowledge, right? So now you do a personal SWOT analysis. Evaluate your strengths, your weaknesses, opportunities, and your threats, right? Because once you organize them into a list, that is where you'll know what your strengths are and what you can develop upon, right? So that is what you should do in this stage. You should start being more aware about yourself. Try to take a conscious effort. Meditate on it, right? Best solution for advancing beyond this stage is to practice awareness, constant awareness on a daily basis. Ask your friends, ask your parents, ask your mentors what they think about you, right? Because that'll, and मैं ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा कि start listening to others about what they think of you or pay attention to what others think of you. No, but take their perspective. Reason out with them कि ठीक है, मेरे को अपने बारे में ये चीज लगती है, तुम्हें क्या लगती है? डू यू थिंक आई एम हेडिंग इन द राइट डायरेक्शन? व्हाट हैव यू ऑब्जर्व्ड? ओनली गो टू योर कॉन्फिडेंस. डोंट go to people who think good of you, good in the sense who want you to do better, right? Not that उन्हें लगता है कि तुम राजा जी हो, वो good नहीं कह रहा मैं. People who want you to do better, right? So do that. Then reach this stage of conscious incompetence where you will be aware about what your weaknesses are. Yeah, you will get aware about what you don't know, and the solution there is to acquire knowledge as quickly as possible, right? तुम्हें समझ नहीं आ रहा कि यार मेरी strengths हैं क्या, मैं क्या करूं? Give a few personality tests, right? Identify your softer aspects, reason out with your mentors, try to identify what your skills are, what your strengths are, because that is what you want to focus on during your interviews. You want to focus on your strength areas, right? So do that, and then when you're here, build some desire, right? Build some desire to attain knowledge, right? For example, uh, this is where you've identified your strength areas. Now, research a little bit about them, listen to podcasts, read books, talk to alums from the institutions that you're targeting, talk to professors from the institutions that you're targeting, talk to your mentors, people who've been helping you on this journey, right? Talk to them about those strength areas and what you can really talk about, what are the stories that you can build, right? so that you reach a stage where you're conscious about your competence. You reach a stage where you've given 2 3 mock interviews, and you've gotten good feedback. Now you're conscious about it, right? In this stage you're competent in the task or the ability that you want to undertake, right? So the key to moving beyond the stage, if you want to, is to practice the same thing deliberately over and over and over. Do it for 6 more months. Perhaps you will start your own YouTube channel where you will be teaching this curve to other people, right? And I want that for you. I want you to reach the unconscious competence stage in anything and everything that you undertake, because here is where you attain mastery. Here is where you can perhaps become a coach or a trainer for other people who want to do well in all aspects of their life, right? So help everybody and help yourself avoid complacency, because a lot of us become complacent. A lot of us become complacent and give up in this stage. We don't have to do that, right? Avoid complacency, help others avoid complacency as well, because we want to do well to the we want to do well we want to perform to the best of our abilities anywhere and everywhere, right? And for that, it is very very important for us to embark on the knowledge curve and the awareness curve as well, right? Because without the awareness curve, you can never embark on the knowledge curve, right? So encourage everybody to seek opportunities to learn the same basic framework, so that you can avoid giving up whenever you are down on confidence, because it'll happen. As I said, it's a natural part of the journey, right? So anything and everything we do in life, we'll be on the down low sometimes, where we think we cannot keep on taking punches, right? But focus on the desire. If anybody has been watching, not has been, but if anybody has watched the recently concluded test series between India and Australia, you'd have seen the desire that Ashwin had, that Hanuma Vihari had, that Rishabh Pant had, that Cheteshwar Pujara had. Cheteshwar Pujara bloody took 15 blows on his body by Patrick Cummins, who was bowling at 140 Ks, right? Why did he do that? Why did he not give up? Why did Hanuma Vihari or R. Ashwin, why didn't they give up on the last day of the test? Why did they keep on going when they knew for a fact that their body was perhaps just going to give up? Why did they not let go? Because they had the desire, right? So whenever we are here, don't give up. Don't let go, because you undertook that journey because you had the desire. And if you do decide to give up, then you would know for a fact कि हाँ यार इतनी desire नहीं है इस चीज को करने की जिंदगी में. And that is also important. Sometimes saying no to things is also important, but it is very very it is imperative that we know why we are saying no to something, right? It is imperative that we know that sometimes we do face failures, we do face obstacles, बट अगर हमारी डिज़ायर नहीं है उस चीज़ को करने की, तो यार शायद छोड़ देना चाहिए और कुछ और कर लेना चाहिए. बट अगर डिज़ायर है डोंट बी अफ्रेड टू embark on the knowledge curve, because make you this will actually make you. This is the journey of character building, and you'll build your character, not just your character in acting, but you build your character in life. You build yourself in life if you embark on the knowledge journey again and again in anything and everything that you do. So yeah, this is a framework that I wanted to share with you, because this has helped me immensely, right? I've been through various such journeys in my life, and this is something that has always helped me carry through. Is It has always helped me push through, because it has made me aware of the desire that I have to achieve certain things. And yeah, and it helps me. It basically prevents me from giving up in the areas that are important to me, right? And that is something that I want you to know as well, that sometimes having this awareness will help you push through. Yeah. So I'll see you guys again with another framework that's going to help you. But till then, stay safe, stay strong, and share this with as many people as you can. Like this video. Be sure to push the like button. Comment with your own findings. Comment with what you discovered about yourself when you actually drew this framework for yourself, right? Because I'll be more than happy to see how it's helping you. Yeah, till then, I'll see you again, but till then, stay safe, stay strong. This has been Prankur Arora at the CAT4MBA YouTube channel, and yeah, I'll see you again. See you guys.